Every single night, you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I'll be more focused. But tomorrow comes, and you end up in the exact same place. Your lack of progress isn't bad luck, and it isn't laziness. Your attention span has been systematically hijacked. To fix this, you have to understand the mechanism at fault. Most people think dopamine is the happiness chemical, but it's actually the chemical of pursuit. It evolved to give our ancestors the drive to hunt for food, explore new places, and do hard things to survive. Today, you don't have to hunt. Endless entertainment and immediate validation are just a tap away. This lack of friction overwhelms your brain's natural receptors, creating a state of dopamine overstimulation. This suppressed baseline makes productive work feel like psychological torture. Because the threshold for stimulation is now impossibly high, quiet tasks like reading a book or finishing a project trigger immediate, intense boredom and physical restlessness. We are going to reset that baseline. Grab a physical pen and a piece of paper right now. You are going to build a personalized 6-step dopamine detox protocol alongside this video. Trying to apply complicated productivity hacks on top of a broken chemical baseline will always fail. Repairing this foundation is the absolute prerequisite for any long-term goal you want to achieve. Let's get to work. Look at your blank paper. We need to document the exact points where your time and focus are bleeding out. Step 1. Identify your dopamine leaks. Write down the worst mindless habits that consume your day. You have to be completely honest with yourself about what specifically steals your attention. These are subconscious behavioral loops. They operate automatically, and you cannot dismantle them until you drag them out of your head and make them visible on paper. Step 2. The 24-hour hard reset. Pick one specific calendar day, circle it, and commit to cutting off all non-essential digital stimulation. No social media, no video feeds, no junk food. I want to warn you about exactly what will happen on this day. Your brain is not used to the silence. You will experience severe boredom, restlessness, and likely a clear spike of anxiety. Do not view that anxiety as a failure of willpower. That discomfort is the literal physical sensation of your dopamine receptors beginning to repair themselves. Stay with that feeling and let it pass without reaching for your phone. Isolating these toxic inputs and starving them for a full 24 hours forces the system to reboot. It creates the clean slate required for the next 4 steps to actually stick. Step 3. Replace, don't remove. If you simply delete a bad habit and leave a behavioral void, your brain will inevitably panic and fill that empty space with the old familiar routine. On your paper, next to your leaks, assign a low stimulation replacement. If your leak is scrolling, replace it with reading or walking. Because your brain expects easy rewards, these new actions will feel incredibly slow at first, but stay consistent. As your baseline resets, your mind will settle, and you will regain the ability to appreciate these simple, slower rewards. Step 4. Create a low dopamine morning. The first hour after you wake up is the anchor for your entire day. It dictates the momentum of your discipline. Write down a strict rule for yourself. Absolutely no screens for the first hour of the day. Don't check messages and don't open any apps. Starting your morning with quiet planning and completing just one small productive task prevents a massive premature dopamine spike. It preserves your cognitive energy for the heavy lifting later. Combining these proactive replacement habits with a fiercely protected morning routine builds the architectural guardrails that keep this detox intact. Step 5. Delay, not denial. Trying to permanently swear off digital tools completely is an unsustainable strategy that relies entirely on exhausting your willpower. Instead, restructure your internal rules. Tell yourself you can use those apps, but only as a conditional reward earned after your work is finished. You are shifting digital use from a mindless default state to a conscious choice. Step 6. Build focus like a muscle. To execute this, you need a method to progressively overload your attention span. We start with a single 25-minute block of deep work. During this block, physically remove your phone. Put it in another room or lock it on Do Not Disturb. You must guarantee a zero-interruption environment for those 25 minutes. Focus is an acquired physical tolerance. By utilizing conditional rewards and working in strict timed blocks, you train your brain to endure initial friction and eventually prefer hard, meaningful work over cheap stimulation. Look down at the paper you just filled out. This is your final playbook. You are at a fork in the road. One version of you ignores this plan, goes back to endless scrolling, and arrives 5 years from now filled with regret, wishing they had started earlier. The other version takes immediate, uncomfortable control today. This version doesn't wait for motivation, but starts small to slowly build a life they can actually be proud of. Select one single task from your list right now. Pull out your timer, set it for 25 minutes, and prepare to begin the new protocol. If you're serious about dropping the cheap motivation and building real, enduring discipline, subscribe to the channel. Don't wait for tomorrow. Your first block starts right now.